Well, y'all, it's Halloween. Or almost. I mean, what is this? The 13th? Halloween's the end of the month. So I'm starting to get in the Halloween spirit. I got decorations out in the end of my window. I got a table display outside on the patio. And now we've got to fix us some Halloween cookies. That's all there is to it. So the ones I chose for today is a deluxe sugar cookie, and it's in the Betty Crocker book that I've had for some odd years. But anyway, let's get with it. First of all, I do need to wash my hands because I've been outside. I need to put me a roll of paper towels up here. Now, first of all, we're going to need 1 cup of, let's see, okay, we're going to mix thoroughly the butter, which we need 1 cup of margarine or butter. And I wish I had some by the stick because it's so much easier to measure. But then, you know, it'll be hard, so I guess I can do it this way. But yeah, we do need 1 cup of butter or margarine, whichever one you prefer to use. Totally up to you. I'm in the habit of, I call any of it butter. Any of it is butter. Whether it be margarine or the real thing, I call it all butter. Because it's all used that way, right? That's pretty much 1 cup of butter right there. I just kind of mashed it down to fill up the cup. So that is 1 cup of butter. And I probably should have put it in my but I guess it'll be all right like this. Now we need 1½ cups of confectionery sugar. Let me get my other measuring cup. A couple of them. 1½ cups of confectionery sugar. This is a pretty simple recipe here. Let's see, we're 1½ cup right there. Whoops. About to go over. That's 1.5 cups. Now we need the egg, vanilla. I can never get this off. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. We need 1 egg. We need baking powder. No, we don't need baking powder. I need cream of tartar is what I need. And I haven't got my cream of tartar open. And that is on there like glue, y'all. Good gracious. How do they expect anybody to get in there? I don't think that just that section comes up. I can't get it undone. We'll have to poke holes in the top of it or something. Never gotten hold of one I couldn't get the lid off of before. This will work till I can get that lid off. At least I can get some cream of tartar out of there. Let's see how much we needed. A teaspoon. All that trouble for a teaspoon. And I don't want to use that one because it's wet. And you know what? Sight guess at it in my hand. That's a teaspoon. Yeah, we did need baking. Baking soda, baking powder. Now we need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Oh, I'm gonna get this over here. a mess. Definitely making a mess. That's 2 cups. Now we need a 1/2 cup. Well, I got 1 cup. Got way too much. There's a 1/2 cup. And I need like a teaspoon of regular sugar. I don't know why it's got plenty of sugar in it with that confectionery sugar. Now we're just going to work it in because there's no liquid. It's just the butter, the egg, the vanilla. You can use almond extract as well. And that's pretty much it. See if I can find my this thing is what I'm talking about. It's supposed to blend all this stuff together. But basically your butter or your margarine is your liquid, along with your egg. I probably should have just went ahead and put it in the mixer, but I was afraid it would just throw it all over the counter the minute I turned the thing on. You know what? I think I'm going to get my hands in it. Since I got it mixed this well, I'm going to go ahead and Get my hands in there. Or try it with my hands. Got to get it all mixed up and incorporated good. Really good. So it helps sometimes to get your hands in there. But you got to get it all mixed up good. And then we're supposed to cover this and let it chill in the refrigerator 2 to 3 hours. Because we want that butter to get cold. Since I got it incorporated that well, I'm just going to continue stirring it just a little bit with this little spatula. Make sure I got everything incorporated good. But at this point too, I'm going to cut it in half the best I can. I'm going to try and put part of it in another bowl. Making a mess, y'all. Now, and I'm only doing this because I want like 2 different types of cookies or several different shapes. So I'm going to try to make orange, and that is with red. I put 2 drops of red in there. I'm going to put 2 drops of yellow. And we're going to see how that works. Probably should have just poured it in there. Just can't get it out of the bowl here. I've never tried to mix the food dye to make orange before, so I'm hoping it comes out somewhere similar to orange. think it will. It's with the yellow and the red. Hopefully it's going to turn orange. I may have to put more in there, I don't know. Yeah, it's starting to look orange. About as orange as it's going to get, I guess, probably. Whew. It's pretty easy, but you need some muscles to get this dye into the dough. Yeah, the more I mix, the more it looks orange. Not kind of a deep orange the way I want it, but it is orange. But see, looks orange to me. Now, the other one I'm experimenting with because I've never tried this black decorating gel before. And guess what? I'm going to put it on, mix it in my dough. And we'll see what happens. Get the top cut off. I'm trying for black cookies, y'all. See what this tastes like. Pretty good. But I want to see how black it's going to get. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep adding some. I wish they had a black food coloring. And I don't know how this is going to bake up. Tastes pretty good. I don't know what colors to mix of the food coloring to make a black. Let me see. Let's see if we can find out how to make a black. Because the gel is not working too good. I know there's colors you put together to make black, but I don't know what it is. I should have looked this up beforehand, but I didn't. Okay, how to make black. Equal parts of red, blue, and green food coloring. Red, blue, and green, y'all. I'm going to try 3 drops of each color. Red, blue, and green. Trusty internet, y'all. But I'm going to have to add more because I have 3 more. Three red, 3 drops of blue, and 3 more drops of green. So that was 6 drops each color altogether. So we'll see how that works. I think that'll be enough this time. Hopefully. If I can get it all mixed up. You got to be saying, what is she going to make with black food coloring? Well, you'll see. This is for Halloween. You should be able to guess. Goodness, don't tell me I'm going to need more. It's getting black, though. Whew, my arms are getting tired. Trying to scrape the bottom because I got still some dough in the bottom that's not colored. We got to have it all colored. Now, I am going to where is my plastic wrap? We're going to cover this, both bowls, I hate plastic wrap, especially when it doesn't have a cutter on it. I mean, it's supposed to have a cutter, but it's a paper cutter. It doesn't cut very easily. So we're just going to wrap this up. Check on my orange. I need my other spatula. Yeah, I still had some in the bottom of this that was not mixed in. And that was the tan color. We don't want the tan color. We want orange. looks almost pink, but that's as close to orange as I can come. So, this plastic wrap did not come with a good cutter. So there, we're going to put this in the refrigerator and we're going to leave it for about 2 hours, and then we'll come back and we'll show you the rest. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I've been running all over town. I had things to pick up, things to do, but I'm back now ready to finish our cookies. They've been chilling for several hours, probably almost 3 hours basically. But 2 to 3 hours, they're good. So we're going to get our cookie dough out. And it definitely made black. I forgot to get my little food paintbrush. Let me go get that. I think I'm going to need it. We'll see. I may need it, I may not, but I forgot to get it earlier, so. But it's a brand new little paintbrush. It's never been used for anything. Now, basically what we're going to do is roll out our dough, cut out our cuts. I got a pumpkin. Not sure what that is. It's some kind of Halloween. We got a ghost. But I was basically going to do pumpkins and stuff out of the black. And I got to preheat my oven to 375. I'm going to use parchment paper in my pans. I don't know how many pans full of cookies it's going to make, because sometimes I have a tendency to make my cookies bigger than what the recipe calls for. So we'll put these over here for right now. Got a black hat. We got a witch's hat. I got a bat. And I'll probably do a witch's hat because they're all black. But first I'm going to do my my pumpkins. Ooh, it's got pretty hard in there. Let's see if we can get it out. I need a wooden spoon. And remember that, y'all, this is supposed to be orange. I mean, it's as close to orange as I could get, for sure. Get it in a ball. I don't know how many this will make, but I'm going to make as many as I can. I just thought instead of making one shape, I would make several shapes. Don't want to distort my pumpkins when I take them out. And they're going to be a little thin, but that's the way I want them. I don't want them real thick. But I wanted you to see the fun shapes you can do. You can take one cookie recipe and make several different shapes with it. You don't have to just stick with one shape. Oh, breaking my pumpkin trying to get him off of the mat. I don't think I rolled it too thin. Let's see. Divide dough in half, roll covered one, cut into. Yeah, it doesn't say how thin to make them, but they're going to rise a little bit, so. I don't want them. And you don't have to use parchment paper. You can just grease your pan. Oh, my little spout. Oh, not my spout, it was the, and I may be getting them too close together. Well, I got one pan, but I'm not done with them either, so. I'm not done with them. We'll put these over here just for this minute. The longer they're out of the refrigerator, the softer this dough gets. But I'll try to shape it back the best I can. Probably needs to freeze it. It's getting hard to get it up. And some of my cookies are going to be a little misshaped. Not too bad though. But some pumpkins are not perfectly shaped either, you know, so. We got to roll this out again. Put my little stem underneath it. Probably got enough for 2 more cookies here. We're going to go for 2 more anyway. Or at least 1 more. There, we got 2 more. And how about a pretzel? We can roll us a pretzel or something with this one. Do they eat pretzels on Halloween? Not sure where to put it. Now, since I got those, I want to go ahead and do the stem before I put them in the oven to bake them. We're going to use a little bit of milk. Just a drop or 2 of milk. Not much. And then we're going to go for some green food coloring. And I got way too much milk. But I'm just going to paint the little stem on the pumpkins. Just a little bit of food coloring and milk. Doesn't have to be perfect. And now you can also take a fork or a knife. Which one will work the best? It might be a knife, I don't know. And you can actually go around your pumpkin and make slits. To make it look like a real pumpkin. One of my pumpkins is sure messed up. But like I said, all the pumpkins are not perfect anyway, so doesn't matter. The one I got out on the table, the big one that I got out on the table, it's so lopsided, it's ridiculous. Nothing perfect about it. So I got my slits. Now you can sprinkle these with candy, I mean not candy, but sugar, if you'd like. And I might do that since I'm not going to paint them anymore. They're going to be eaten just basically like they are. Because I put my color in the dough. And I don't know if those slits will show up much. But it says to bake 7 to 8 minutes or until light brown on the edge. So we're going to go ahead and put these. Well, I got to get my other ones done, don't I? I threw my green food coloring away, and I was thinking I already had these, and I didn't. So let me go ahead and get my bowl. And my paintbrush. And my milk. It's supposed to be just like a drop of milk. Whoops. That was several drops of milk. A couple of drops of green food coloring. I hope y'all are enjoying this. I just had to paint my stems on this one. You know, pumpkins have green stems, or sometimes they're brown, depending on how dry the stem is. See, my cookies are a little bit bigger than what the recipe says to cut them for, you know, because they weren't intended to be Halloween cookies. Now we can get rid of it. And I gotta cut slits in these. I mean, you know how the little pumpkins have ridges, kind of. They're not smooth. I'm hoping it comes out in the, when it's baked, it'll show the ridges. I mean, it may not. May not show them at all. But I like to have fun with my cookies, baking, and all that kind of stuff. Especially for Christmas and Halloween. Or Easter either. I mean, alrighty, now we're gonna put those in the oven and set the timer for about 7 minutes. I'm going to look at the clock too. Because now we got our black dough to do. This should be fun. And I've got, let's see, I got some pizza pans I can use. I think I've used all of my baking sheets. I only had two baking sheets, so we're going to have to use pizza pans for these. Like I said, you don't have to use parchment paper. You can just grease your pan. I might wish I'd have just greased the pan instead of dealing with the paper. Sometimes it don't want to stay put. There, we got the pumpkin. This dough this is more like a dark green than it is black, y'all. I don't know what other color to put in it. Maybe I needed more brown. But y'all can certainly play with your dough and figure out, you know, how to get it black. And I don't know how many I'm going to get out of this. We'll see. Start out with some bats. I think the bat's going to look kind of cool. But this is a fun project, you know, you can do with your kids for Halloween. I mean, it's not all about the trick-or-treating candy, you know. It's about all the cookies and the bacon and everything else. They don't want to turn me loose. Now I want to get a cat or two. I may just do this pan of the bats. How's that? Got a pan of bat, y'all. Black bats. Now, where's my other pan? My hands are yucky. You know what? I'm going to try one just lightly greased a little. See how the difference that it might make. Get us a black cat. Check on my, oh, they rising up pretty good. apart. My pretzel did pretty good. I'm going to leave it in there another minute. Yeah, I definitely put them too close together. I was not anticipating them rising as much as they did. So I'll be aware of that with these. I'll not put them as close. But any of y'all probably do a better job at this than me, especially with the food coloring. But hey, you know, whatever works. It's a fun thing. Ah. Get some more flour. Get me another cat. Get me a witch's hat for sure. I like the cats. Let's get us another cat. Gotta have kitty cats. Be nice if I could make some cat treats that look like a cat. For little Buddy and Lucky. Don't want him all misshaped. And I'm not going to put sugar on these, I don't think. But I need one of my other pans. Because I got a few more cookies right there I can make. I'm gonna have to take my cookies. And that's one reason I put them on the parchment paper. So hopefully I could slide them off out of the pans, because I need my pan to put some more. Just like that. I need my pan. Oh, what did I do with the other one? Oh, here it is. Oh, I better go ahead and put these in and cook them for the 7 or 8 minutes. Get my cats and my witch's hat. Now, let's see. Get another cat. Oh, my timer. My cat's tearing up his tail. There he goes. He's fixed. He's fixed, y'all. Y'all probably saying, I don't have any patience to do what you're doing right now. Well, it's just a fun thing to do. Just a fun thing to do. If I can get them. Got me a bat if I can keep him together. And like before, I got a wad of dough here. Getting black all in my fingers, fingernails. The next one I do, I'll try to make it a little bit easier than this. coffin. They're not much, I mean, but they are shaped like coffins. Get another witch's hat. Another bat. Another kitty cat. See what we can get out of this last piece. Another cat. Got enough for another one, but I don't know where I'm going to put it. Some of these don't want to slide, so. Hopefully I'm not putting them too close. I could even get another cat. Another cat, and then maybe a black pretzel. What do y'all think? I don't trust in that timer. A black pretzel. Can't get hold of it. pen. Just a little bit more. And then we can put this other one in. I'll go ahead and sprinkle some sugar on it. On them. It's a twist when you put sugar on a pretzel, right? But we got to remember this is a cookie pretzel. They come right apart, you know, some of them kind of bake together, but they do come apart real easy. Huh. I had one that broke. And you can even put icing on them if you'd like. That's totally personal preference. And I did get white icing, but I don't know if I'm going to put icing on them or not. I still got this pan to cook. Whoop. Man, I am just throwing stuff in the floor, y'all. Trying to separate a couple of these because they kind of bake together. But it's all right. I like the parchment paper better because they're sticking to this pan. Put these cats back in for a minute. And we're going to put my other pan in. timer for some more. About 8 or 9 minutes. Well, y'all will have to look up how to make black with food coloring, because I didn't put enough of something in there, because mine came out like a dark green, almost a dark blue. They're actually, I want to show you my bat came out. I mean, he kind of looks black. You reckon? And my pumpkins, they turned out all right. There's one of my pumpkins. You can barely see the little lines. But I think I really want to make me some pretzels. Oh, I'd love to have homemade pretzels. I think I've got to have some of those coming up to make. But like I said, I'm sure any of you can do a better job than I did. I mean, I'm out of practice on baking cookies. Definitely out of practice on making cookies. I got that black dough under my fingernails. It looks terrible. I got some of that black dough on here. Yeah, I'm cleaning up, y'all. Gotta keep things clean. guess it's the maid's night off. Yeah, I got all this food coloring on my wooden spoon. Okay, it went off. Those need to stay in there another minute. These are done. And I almost forgot they were in there from earlier. Go ahead and get this thing cleaned up. And one of my subscribers had commented that they have a pastry mat like this, because I had mentioned mine's in centimeters and I wished it was in both the centimeters and inches. And she said on one side of hers, it was inches and one side it was centimeters. But unfortunately, there's nothing on the other side of mine. And I'll show you, because all the markings are on the front side. You flip it over, there's nothing back there. It's blank. And it's all centimeters on the front side. But like I said, I just measure my, I know my, I do a conversion. I convert the centimeters to inches and kind of take it from there. I can't forget my cookies. I think those are done. Now they need to cool off, and we could decorate them with icing, but I made them the black cats black because I didn't want to put icing on them. I just wanted them to be black cat cookies. I've got other cookies coming up that we'll use icing for. Yeah, but that's just how easy this is to clean up. And put away. And I know I'm really late with my video today, but I'm sorry. I had a lot of things going on, and I couldn't get it done earlier. But let's see if I can get my camera. You can have fun with them. You can give them smiley faces. You can give them sad faces. But now I'm going to come over here and show you what you can do with some of the other ones. I've just got some icing here. And this is mainly for the black ones. You can take the bats and put white icing on them, or any color icing you want. I mean, it kind of distorts their appearance a little bit. That's the reason I said I'd prefer to leave them. I prefer to leave them plain. And just put the color in the and then I've got some sprinkles here. This container had not been opened before, so. But there. You can take your bats and your witches or whatever and put icing and Halloween sprinkles on them, like I did those two. You can decorate your jack-o'-lanterns to make them look like cut pumpkins. It's totally up to you. But, you know, this is just giving you some ideas of what you can do. And there's my pretzel. Boy, it puffed up real good, didn't it? Look at that. That's going to be just as good as the rest of them. Probably better. Well, I just wanted to give you ideas of what you can do with some Halloween cookies. And I'm not putting icing on the rest of these because to store them, it just gets icing everywhere. If I was going to eat them right now, it would be different, but I'm not. I'm going to store them in a cookie jar. But I might go ahead and decorate the rest of my pumpkins. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. You came along with some more of my craziness. But this is something, you know, you could do with your kids. Let them make some jack-o'-lantern pumpkins for Halloween. Or make bats or witches or black cats. I didn't even show you the black cat, I don't think. Here's a good one back here. Look at that. There's my black cat. See, I'd rather just leave him like that because he's a good cookie, even though he doesn't have any icing or anything on him. And that's a black cat for Halloween. The black cat. I got the witch's hat. I got the casket. So y'all have fun with them. Make some with your kids or your grandkids. Your grandkids would love them. And we'll see you on the next one. I got to get this posted. Love y'all. Bye.